Hey, you guys, what's up? Welcome back. Long Dark. This is the episode after the failed moose hunt. We're in the trailer outside the hydro dam. So I was thinking, number one, somebody had mentioned in the comment section last video that, there's a possibility that something got glitched during the custom setup that I did to play this game, like my healing, right? Remember, I was supposed to be able to heal by being like fully not encumbered, no damage to me, sleeping in a nice warm bed for multiple nights in a row. I should have seen some type of healing and I didn't, okay? So there was a thought that maybe there's a possibility that there's a moose glitch. Right? Moose glitch. And if that's the case, then maybe we'll never see a moose. Not that I'm going to give up trying, but what I was thinking about doing was, I do have one bear pelt on me. I know I dropped another bear pelt all the way up in Timberwolf Mountain. I had one all the way up on the mountain I just dropped, but that's neither here nor there. There's also pelts at the top of that mountain. You know what we could do? Man, we haven't gone up there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some stuff, and I'm going to hunt bear at the same time, get a couple more pelts, and I'm going to make the bear something. I already have a bear sleeping bag, but it's down in Bleak Inlet. I was going to go straight home, but I'm thinking I am at 77. Yeah, see, my weight is pretty high because look, I'm carrying a lantern. I'm carrying this. I'm also carrying the pelt. Oh, health-wise, I've got all of this stuff. That stuff starts to really add up. So pretty heavy as it is now. I think. No, you know what? Let's go back this way. I wouldn't mind going up to that tower up there, though. We did see the entrance to it when we were back in there. There was the entrance. And, I don't know, maybe do some fishing. Well, I'll hunt some bear. Okay, we'll hunt some bear. We'll take on the bear. I've been pretty lucky with the last couple of bear. They've been about that far away, and I've got straight-on shots. Where the one before that, and I believe that's three wolves right there. The one before that was the bear inside Broken Railroad that ate my face. Yeah, he put the hurting on me. But that was already after we figured out how to heal. And it's not easy though. Like, as far as I got down, I had to drink like 20 cups of birch tea to actually heal all the way back. And that's every time you drink a cup, it's 2 hours worth of a real moderate type healing. So you have to kind of drink, wait, drink, wait, drink, wait, drink, wait, drink, sleep, drink, wait, drink. You basically burn a couple of days. Yeah, see, it's up there. It's pretty cool. But there's definitely a path. It had the big sign. Remember, there was a big, looked like a yellow sign, and it was back. Well, I can show you because it was back. Right now we're walking right here. It was back right in here by this frozen creek and unnamed pond. It was in that vicinity. I don't think I have any more. Yeah, I don't have any more charcoals. When I first started doing the this survival playthrough, I had learned about using the charcoal to chart everything, and I said to myself, you're gonna draw a map everywhere you go. Yeah, that didn't work out at all. I stopped that right away. Some areas I didn't even map whatsoever. Again, it's a little hard to identify where you're at. If you, like in a perfect example is Hush River Valley. I go through an ice cave, right? Come out the other end. I have no idea where I'm at. So even if I had charted that whole area with, unless it said ice cave, you know, and I could have maybe identified where I went in and possibly guessed where I came out, then it would be useful. But without the "you are here" thing, it's really hard to do. So I think you can go in here is the shortcut. Besides going all the way back down there to get up to that. See, the tower's there, and you can go in through here. I remember coming out of here in story mode, actually. I was trying to get my bearings from getting from the trapper's place, which is kind of over there, that trapper's homestead, and getting my bearings to get back out to this area here, most direct route. And one time I went too far, and I ended up coming out here. So, I think that, yeah, right there. I know you guys probably can't see, but right just above my front sight is the little fence that is the little road, the walkway that goes up there. So that's pretty cool. I know some of you guys are like, oh, I'm sad. You know, I had said we're getting close to the end of this thing, and you know, it's a combination of we've done a lot of stuff, and, you know, the views are really dropping now. So only you diehard guys and gals out there, peoples, are still watching. And if I go too long with like that, it really just hurts the overall channel. And even the most diehard people will get you get tired of the same game for so long. Shockingly, we've run this thing for like almost I want to say 2 months. And that is crazy. I haven't been able to do something like that in years. You know, in the old days, I used to, like, say Fallout, like a Fallout series I could run, or Far Cry I could run for a long time. But I can't really do that anymore, just because that's the way things are. All right, so we've got this. I did drop it down last night before I slept and started this morning, and it got 7% cured through the night. So that's cool. We've got some deer. We've got 3 wolf. We've got a bunch of gut, and I've got 10 more gut on me that I'll drop right here. These are all that gut there is from the bear. And I think I got a rabbit. You know where I got that from? I gotta move that over. I can't really see that there. I got that from the crashed plane on top of Timberwolf Mountain. There was one of those containers had some wolf, had some rabbit, and had some deer. I don't think it had any bear in it. Anyway, I'm gonna drop off some stuff, and I know that all my stuff upstairs is full. I got 10 pounds here that I can do. What I'm gonna put in here is these whetstones, the lamp. I'm going to keep this just because you guys want me to. No, I'm not. I'm not doing it, dude. I ain't going to do it. Now this, I've actually got 28 of these bad boys. I think I can put those up top. I'm just going to lighten the old loafers a little bit, and we'll head out and go to that tower. But what I do need to do while I'm doing this is grab one of these, grab some of these. I need to make some water. I've gotten actually pretty low on water. 14. That should tell you, yeah, I've been making a lot of fires here over the time, and got up to, I have 10 accelerants. Wow.
Looks like it worked.
Looks like it worked, man. All right, we'll add this in. I'll even add the torch in. What the heck? That gives us 4 hours. We'll make some water. We'll make that. All right, so over here is where I was keeping the med stuff, I believe. So we got some med stuff here. I'm going to put 2 of them in there and 2 teas. That'll help out. We have 1 bark. We have our leather. Now in here, the ammo, I should have all of my... So here's 104 revolver ammunition, but this is already maxed out. So the lower drawer, we have another 46. That's 146 plus... So this is rifle. I've picked up some revolver over my travels. I could put this in here. I just got to remember before I go, if I'm going to go back to Bleak, right? If I'm going to go back to Bleak, make sure that I actually, you know, grab the stuff from here. Still, you know, we're fine on food, really. I've had those bars and everything forever. Interestingly enough, I still feel like I mean, 67. I'm trying to nail down. So these three things here are usually something I don't have on me. I don't usually carry the quality tools, but now I have been. I was not carrying a bedroll. You know, you could really go with just the knife or the axe, one of the two. All right, I better check on the water. Boiled. Okay, that gave me how much? So I'm at 0.75. Water. Take it down to about there. Cook it up, man. Perfect. All right, we're good there. Now, someone had mentioned one time, they're like, oh my God, he left his cooking pot. No, I probably did. At one point, I grabbed a cooking pot and I took it with me, and then I left it, right? They're heavy. I really like them. I really like having them. So if I'm getting low on water and I see one where I'm at, I'll usually use it. I'll use it because I don't like using this can over and over again. It's just, I don't know, just painful. Anyway, oh, I didn't put all the revolver ammunition in there. So I ended up with you know what, 74 on the rifle. So let me put the rest of let me grab this, and I'm going to put the rest of this revolver ammo in. Now let's clean this gun and try not to harvest it. You guys remember? You guys remember? You guys remember when I harvested? That was classic. I had some classic moments through this playthrough, you know. Oh, wait. So that's interesting that I had 20... Didn't I have like 20 So this is my pile of junk over here. This is my pile of ruined stuff. I had 20% on that particular firearms cleaning kit. So this one's at 65. And does it go 10 at a time? Let's see. I had 65 on this one. It's at 100%. And no, it's 5. That's weird. Maybe I didn't have as much on it as I thought. So we're at 100% on this. I sharpened my axe before I slept last night. I knew I was going to put those whetstones away. This is another pretty heavy duty thing there. All right, we're good. Timing. Hey, you know what? We're gonna go. We're gonna go out regardless of the timing. I'm gonna finish off this MRE. There was only a little bit left of it, like 0.15. It was pretty low. Finish that off and give myself this, which takes a little bit of your hydration away, which is fine for now because we do have 1.02 gallons. So when I hit 0.5, that's when I'm like, okay, I'm gonna start thinking about needing to make water, right? 0.5, half gallon. That when I made water just now, I was down to 0.23. So it was perfect time. It's not like, oh my God, it's an emergency. It's like, well, keep it in mind that you should be making some water pretty soon. In the story mode, see, the story mode and this survival are so different in so many ways. One of the biggest differences is how many times I had to make camp outside, right? I had to make camp outside. How many times I had to boil water outside. There was so much stuff I had to do outside. Most of the time, with the exception of Hushed River Valley and Timberwolf, because of all the climbing ropes, I've been sleeping in caves, right? Caves have been pretty handy. That's one of the big differences that I see is the weather. In story mode, it was very defined for, like, they're telling you, go do this, right? You know what else? We should try and find that damn cabin back in here. I don't remember if I saw any comments about the cabin. But we should try and find the cabin. Maybe I can see it as I'm walking up the pathway. So, unnamed pond is here. It was supposed to be slightly north. I mean, it's possible it's in this dark area here, but that dark area, I'm pretty sure that's the path going up there. Then again, maybe it doesn't even exist because I got that information from the wiki under moose locations. So it's possible it doesn't even exist. So I think I can go up here. Worst thing would be is for me to run into the fence and I'm on the wrong side of it, you know? Because you can't jump in this game. You can't jump in this game. So anyway, good on you guys for enjoying a game, a series, and sticking with it for this long. Like I said, it was definitely... Okay, so it's over there. It's over... Oh, shoot. There's a wolf right in front of me. It's been so long. It's been years, I feel. Like, and I could be wrong. I feel like it's been years since I've been able to do this. And honestly, if it's a game that I love, I want to play it, you know? I don't subscribe to this modern day lack of patience, what's next, what's new, what do you got for me now, what have you done for me lately attitude, right? I guess in a way I guess you can say I'm a little bit old school, which is good. There's some things that you could claim are old school versus today. There's that bear that I killed. Some of the things it's better. It's better. You know, some things today are better. So I don't subscribe to that whole thing that I just explained. The what have you done for me lately? I have no patience. Give me something new or I'll leave. Unsubbing, you know, all that crapola. Some games, let's say you find a game that you love, all right? Now, there's exceptions. There's exceptions to all of this stuff, you guys. And one of the big exceptions, I think, personally, it's unfortunate, but it's part of reality, would be Assassin's Creed games, okay? In the old days, Assassin's Creed games, when I didn't play them, like when I first started to play them, was Black Flag. So the older ones, they weren't as big, all right? And as a game developer, to make a big game, we had just talked about this the other day on the stream, because I was playing a game that had fast travel points. And it was a game that they don't traditionally put fast travel points in it. And you know why they don't? Because it makes the game feel smaller. It makes it go faster. And that's not really what they're looking for as a developer, right? So instead of that, what game developers do, like Assassin's Creed, they make these huge maps, right? So we got these huge maps, which is great, but very repetitive. You know, there's a fortress, there's a fort you got to take on and go do it, kill everybody in there, and you just did that 10 times. Now, that's where I get it. That's where I get that, you know, people get tired. Not tired, they just stop watching a particular series, even though there's a lot more, quote, content to be played in that series. That big sign should be right down here. That big sign should be right there. There it is. Can I go down this without breaking my dang leg? Yes. All right. Found our way up. Kind of a shortcut, kind of not. Anyway, are you guys picking up what I'm putting down with the you know, over the past few years, I've done a lot more kind of analysis on games, on video games. And that's where I've come up with these ideas. The ideas of, and I think Assassin's Creed is a perfect one because I love playing it. I play just as many hours not recording for YouTube as I do recording for YouTube because I know it's getting repetitive. But I want, me personally, liking the game, I want to clear all those places. I want to go in and fight those bosses. I want to see if I can stealth it or, you know, whatever you're going to do. And I try that. But I can't keep doing it for YouTube because, you know, it just gets old. It gets old. It's like, oh, he's doing another fort. Well, there's like that many forts to do, so. That being said, other games that aren't like that. Now, you could say this game is repetitive, or you could say, look, this is just a full-on survival game. Now, maybe I fished every third day, and that would get repetitive. Maybe whatever. So it kind of is subjective when it comes to games like this particular one, whether I think it's repetitive, or you think it's repetitive, or I don't and you don't, right? It's kind of up in the air with that. But that all being said, if I identify a game where I don't think it's repetitive necessarily like an Assassin's Creed game. Now, again, I'm not trying to bash on Assassin's Creed. I love Assassin's Creed. I just said if I spend 100 hours trying to 100% a game, 50 of those hours will be on my own time, and maybe 50 hours will be spent trying to make YouTube videos about it, right? So I play it. I play it on my own time because I want to. But there's other games that I don't feel necessarily are like that. Maybe it's the genre. Maybe it's the type of game that it is or whatever. And if I come across a game like that, I want to play it, right? And this whole thing started saying that I don't subscribe to what's going on today. A lot of people today just don't have the patience for that. All right, I don't see that cabin. And I did all this to try and kind of identify that cabin. That's the logging camp. That's my place. Look at my place is right there. Like, I mean, it's possible that it's in here and that, north, south, east, and west don't subscribe. Oh, so in the game here, the cabin is destroyed. In story mode, there was actually a cool cabin up here. I think it was at the top of that thingy. What's up, dude? Anyway, I guess I even, in talking about this, kind of forgot where I was going with this conversation. I think it had a lot to do with you guys buying into the fact that this game not necessarily being a repetitive thing, that it was just fun to see me venture into the new areas. Now that I venture, look what we found here. I'm gonna take that. What did it get? Yeah, I'm okay until I get too dang tired. That's cool. Wait a minute. Look here. Where does that deploy to, though? Where does that deploy down to? Is it worth doing that? Well, we're going to go down it. You know that. I don't know where that deploys to. This looks like the walkway between those trailers and the train tracks. So, shortcut. Shortcut! Anyway, I'm trying to remember where we found bears. We always found bear. I know we can go into Forlorn. We know that there's at least 2 bears in there. At least 2. So, that's the thing. Anyway, my point being, what is my point? Long story, super long. My point is, I appreciate the fact that you guys allowed me to play this game as long as I have. I really don't know how much longer I'm going to do it. I probably could get a little bit more longevity out of it if I did mix in some other games, Because even the most die-hard... there's 2 ways to look at this, right? There's probably more than 2, but let's just say, hypothetically, there's 2 types of viewers. One... All right, let's say there's 3 types of viewers. One, there's a viewer who watches because they enjoy my content. It's the whole, I'd watch paint dry or whatever. I'd watch a black screen, because they just like the whole the Meathead Nation thing, our talks, all that kind of stuff. Then there's a viewer, where the deuce am I? I don't know where I'm at. Then there's the viewer who watches for the game. Like they're like, hey, I think I'm here. I think I'm there. Then there's the viewer that just watches for the game. Hey, I like Long Dark. Maybe they know me, maybe they don't. But you know, that could work with Far Cry. It could work with a lot of different games. This is an area that I haven't been in. Interesting. I think this is like a little area up in the mountains. That doesn't feel like, right now, it definitely doesn't feel like a dang shortcut to me. So, and then the third type of viewer in general, we're talking in general right now, is someone who likes Meaty and likes the game. Frozen Creek. Frozen Creek right here. So we are... This is Frozen Creek. I think that's... Oh my god, I have no idea where I'm at. Let's get his hide and his gut. I don't really need any more gut, to be honest with you, but get some more hide going. So, again, I'm totally losing my train of thought. I'm going to go the other way. I want to just peek over here. So, out of all those viewers... Oh, I know what I was saying. Dude, I really don't know where I'm at. That's like a clear-cut area there. All right, let's go back this way. I think that this... Because there's the tower, I think that this leads down kind of where that bear was. So then, even the most diehard viewers, whether it's like the viewer who just likes me, the viewer who just likes the game, or the viewer who likes both, even the most diehard will eventually go, okay, enough's enough, you know, of whatever it is. Like, I like you, Meaty, but I want to hear you play a different game because there's the bear right there. So that means, hold the phone. That means this is the way I walked in from my place. Okay. So, all right, now we know where we're at. So different games bring out different, ideas and different moods in me. Like how what I talk about. How excited I am, how kind of just as matter of fact as I am or whatever. All right, I know where I'm at now. So we walked up this way originally. We walked that way, went around and went to the top. So this dropped us down right there.
So night can't be far behind.
So right there should be the train tracks past those big rocks. See how easy it is to get turned around? So what I'm getting at, you're like, yeah, dude, rip earphone users. I just kind of said so really loud right there. So even the most diehard fans of the game, of me and of both, will eventually get burned out on a game. And I totally get that. You know why? Because I do too. You know, I could be, like lately I've been big on some of these, I've been watching some channels that have been doing like modifications to vehicles, suspension, tires, neat little, you know, some of these places are like motorsports companies where they get all the stuff for free. So they put on and test stuff that we could only dream to afford. So I've been watching that lately. But even after just a couple of days and I don't know, X amount of videos, I'm like, I'll watch a video. I'm like, oh, Jesus, it's all music. Oh, dude, nice audio, dude. I can't even hear you explain what you're doing. You know, I'm pretty critical when it comes to that because I take pride in that stuff. And I make mistakes myself. But in general, I mean, I put the money in up front to make sure I have good audio. You know, I always try to have good video cards and do that for recording purposes. But sometimes it's a lack of good software to record with. But in real life, you know, I try and have a good camera, good lens. I care about my audio. And when I watch a video where their whole idea of the video is them explaining like step by step how to install something or how it felt after they installed it and their audio is garbo, dude, I want to punch them in the throat, you know? But even me, I get tired of stuff. So I totally get that. And if you're a big fan and you start to feel that way, don't feel bad. I would rather, there's a lot of people that I know their names because they've either been around a long time or more importantly, they're really active, not only on YouTube, they're active on Instagram, they're active on Twitter, they're active on live stream. So I know the names. Right? Hold on. Got a drink. those people, I really respect their opinions because they've put in their own time to be around the channel and be around me and interact and all that stuff. So if someone like that says, hey, matey, I love the series, but yeah, maybe start trying to mix it up a little bit, I totally appreciate that. I can totally appreciate that, especially if it's like a Discord message. You know, I have people, I don't even know how to describe it. I'm so lucky to be in this position to where I meet so many cool people, you know, just online, right? And that they you know, share their ideas and you know, basically I don't know if some people may not know this, but they totally help me in so many different ways, right? I could drink some water. Hold on. All right, let's go. You know what? Let's go into Forlorn is this way, right? I'm pretty sure. Let's go into Forlorn, look for a bear. Anyway, I know this is a really, like, crazy, all over the place conversation, but you guys know me, and sometimes I'm focused and I have a good talk. Other times I'm all over the place, and honestly, I think they're both interesting. Right? It's like, oh my God, he's doing the meaty thing again. And I love it. You know what I love about it? Because in real life, like, you know, this is probably before YouTube for sure. But even nowadays, like I just said a minute ago about how I care about the audio video. I feel, you know, it's a professional thing with me. But really before YouTube, when I was just grinding out, being like an engineer and doing that stuff, I took myself way too seriously. Like I'm pretty hard on myself about little things. And that's good and bad. It's good in the way that you're always striving for perfection, but you got to be smart enough to know that there's really no such thing. But I think it comes down to just doing your best. Like don't be lazy, do your best. And I've always done that. And that carrying over into YouTube, I tried to not do that so much, right? And I'm on another tangent right now, by the way. And this is so weird. So when having a talk like this and I go off on a tangent, it's an imperfection that I'm not used to, because I used to take myself so seriously. And I was very kind of to the point and you know, making notes and make sure I hit all my bullet points, right? Because I used to have to explain things and have meetings and sell an idea to people, like, you know, people with much higher education than I do, and usually it worked out pretty good, but it's because I took it very seriously. So when I'm having a talk like this and I go off on a tangent and I forget what I was talking about, it's almost refreshing to me, to myself, to know. I mean, to you guys, it's supposed to be funny that I'm being kind of scatterbrained, but to me, just the point of being scatterbrained is refreshing, because it lets me kind of take that deep breath and just go, you're just human. You don't being like 100% all the time actually is boring. Like if I'm just like, okay, now we're walking on the train tracks in Forlorn. What we're doing is we're looking for a grizzly bear. You know, it's like, okay, all right, thanks, Professor. Oh, thanks, Dad. Boy, such a good description. That was really entertaining. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes scatterbrained is entertaining, but I think it's even more entertaining if you know that person and you know that they're kind of a perfectionist and that you know that they're pretty serious and maybe they're knowledgeable about a lot of things, master of none. Jack of all trades, master of none. That's me. But it's more entertaining because you know it's become almost a thing for me, but it's such a 90-degree turn from kind of who I am in reality. The last 15 minutes probably made no sense. If it did, You're probably smiling right now going, oh my God, I'm the same way. Because look, as human beings, this is what's so neat about this. I don't care how old you are. The younger you are, you just have to be a little bit more aware of yourself. And awareness, self-awareness takes time, okay? So self-awareness takes time, and time is age, right? So it's not a hit on you if you're younger and you're like, I don't know what you're talking about. You're saying because I'm young I don't have this. No, what I'm saying is self-awareness takes time. And as time goes by, you age. So you need to be a little bit older to be self-aware. Now, there's always exceptions. But the more self-aware you are, the more you realize that being a human being, just being human, we share so many things. It doesn't matter how smart you are, how smart you think someone else is. There's so many things as human beings that we all do and that we all share. And the more self-aware, the more self-aware you are, the more you can identify these things, right? If you're just kind of mindlessly like walking through life, just not a care in the world, that's fine, but you won't pick up on the little things. And sometimes it's the little things in life that are so interesting and funny and entertaining and insightful and all whatever other adjective you can come up with right now. Wait, was he up there? I'm scared right now. Was he up there? Or here? Dude, I could be right next to a bear. He was up there, right? Oh, shoot, dude. What kind of bear hunter am I? Dude, is that a moose over there? No, it's a tree stump. Awesome. There he is. Hello? Oh, shoot, he ran away. What a baby. I go over the hill and the mama bear's there is like, you shot my son! You shot my son! Alright, I'm running this way so I can crest the hill and try and get eyes on him. You don't run right after him. Don't ever do that. Don't ever do that. You know, I had that one video a while, not too long ago. Whoa, dude, he's way over there. He's running for his cave. Oh my God, dude, I haven't seen a bear run from me. Like that? That's pretty wild. So you guys know what I'm talking about. That video might have been less than... Oh, he's coming back. Oh, no, he's going back the other way. Might have been less than 5 videos ago or whatever. It was one where I left Timberwolf Mountain heading for the other one, right? So it's probably 4 or 5 videos ago. And I had that long talk. And I had so much good feedback on it that, you know, again, people who've been around a while, and it's not just people who've been around a while, but just people that are kind of checked in, you know, checked into it, got that. But if you've been around since the Meatycraft days, I used to do that like 7 years ago, 8 years ago, and I loved it. I loved it, man. I love that stuff. I like bumping my gums. I'm not afraid to admit that you can't do what I do unless you like talking, okay? And it's not an arrogance thing at all. It's you just like to talk. And in talking, I like sharing things, right? Look, I have a lot of friends. I have a lot of acquaintances. I know a lot of people, and more so before YouTube, but a lot more online after YouTube, right? Now, I've been able to tie in my experiences with all these different people's experiences, so I know that there's people that have been all around the world. They've seen a million things. And there's people that haven't left their hometown, okay? So for some people listening in, you've got to understand that too. That me sharing certain experiences might be something that someone else listening has never done and may never do, okay? And other people are like, yeah, okay, yeah, whatever. Did that twice. What's next? So he came up here, he ran out to the edge of that. Dude, this is super dangerous. I think we're going to get bear attacked right now. He ran out on the edge of that. I don't see his paw prints. But it is snowing. Where... he ran out there and he ran back from there. I looked the other way. The other way actually would be more normal for him to run because it was more wide open, but he could have went this way. I think the snow actually is covering up their paw prints. Anyway, yeah. I'm glad a lot of you guys enjoyed that. It's fun. It's fun for me. It's interesting for me. You know, I'm trying not to, as I go up in years, I'm trying to realize the whole thing when I was young, saying, oh yeah, what a nice dad joke or whatever. Oh, he's glitching on there. Did you see that? He was glitching. He jumped from one thing to another because I had a headshot on. He's running across the ice. You know, like dad jokes or you know, oh, you young whippersnappers, you get older, you'll know. Now I try to always keep that in mind because it doesn't matter what age you are. I am telling you, if you're young right now, and a lot of you older people out there that are listening right now, you will understand this. You're not as old as you look in the mirror, okay? You are only as old as what's inside your head. Okay? Does that make sense? You may look in the mirror and go, dang, dude, I'm looking rough today. You know? Looking rough today. But in your head, let me put it in perspective for you. I play video games. When it snows outside, I go do donuts in people's driveways in my Jeep. I try not to run over trash cans and lawns, but sometimes you spin out. You know what I'm saying? When I was young, I thought everybody that was how old I am now, 22. You know, it's like, oh, you got to wear a business suit, carry a briefcase, have a pocket protector, wife and 3.5 kids. You got to drive a Dodge Stratus and, you know, go into the office and drink coffee. You know what I'm saying? It's not true. I think that's the bear, and I think he's dead. And I think the ice will crash if I walk that way. I think that's the bear, and I think he's dead. Dude, this is like the hunter. Oh, hold on. Oh, shoot! Oh, my God. Okay. The dead dude there. Pinnacle peaches, delicious. You know what I'm going to do right now? Okay, so I'm seeing this a lot. All the Pinnacle peaches I've been picking up lately have been like this. That's why I was going to eat them. I was going to eat them right now. And I know that this stuff ticks down, but I've seen that a lot lately with just the peaches that I picked up off the ground. Anyway, so very important for younger people to understand this. I know I have people that I know that are way younger than me that act like that. They have goofy haircuts, they wear stupid clothes to work. You know what I mean? You know, it's the stuff we always made fun of when we were younger. I have friends that are like that. You know? I'm like, and they look at me and they're like, what do you do? What do you do for a living? You know what? Let's get about 11 pounds of bear meat. Let's eat some bear. Let's make a fire. Let's make a campfire, sit around and tell some lies, right? You know what we haven't done? We haven't gone over there to the forge. Let's go over there. But first I'm gonna I'm gonna cook some bear meat. Anyway, so you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like when you're younger, you have an image of your parents, for example. Your parents. Now, today, parents today are way different than they were back in the day, right? So as generations and generations happen, that always changes, right? Parents are younger and younger. Some parents are unfortunately don't have good jobs. You know, there's a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that are different. And I think in a way that, you know, it's always been that way, but it just seems like a lot of it's going on right now. So you may look at your parents and go, hey, yeah, my parents are, they're young and they're cool and we do fun stuff as a family, you know, all this stuff like that. Or you might look and go, oh, dude, I can't, I don't, my parents have no idea where I'm coming from. They don't know how to use their phones, you know, don't know how to use a smartphone, you know what I'm saying? There's still people like that even in this generation. And so you might understand what I'm talking about just based off of referring to possibly your own parents or friends that you have. And I have friends like that too, but I'm telling you right now, they're not all that way. People that are older are not all that way. Because this is enough meat. All right, I'm gonna drop the rest of it on the ground over here. There's only one more drop. I'm gonna eat one of these bad boys. Delicious. They're tasty. Tasty. Do I hear something running up on me right now? Wow, I could have swore. All right, we're gonna go over there. We're gonna go over there. Remember last time I tried this, I fell in the water. So, I'm giving you a bit of insight into my brain right now. I look in the mirror and I'm like, dang, I look bad. I didn't get enough sleep last night, which I haven't, like I told you guys, I haven't slept good in years. But that's beside the point. Actually, I forgot to say, is that another bear right there? I forgot to say that since I lost weight, I have been sleeping better, just not a lot of hours. Like the quality of my sleep is good. It's the quantity of my sleep that's bad. So someone could back a big rig truck with air brakes on it through my, room, and I'm like, I was told that I didn't snore anymore when I lost all that weight on that keto diet. And I don't snore. If I shoot this guy, he's gonna take off running, right? Oh shoot, I missed him. I hit him that time. I saw his butt. I saw his butt bleed. See ya! That's some pretty good long-range shooting right there, if I do say so myself. Pretty good that's long range for this gun with these dang iron sights. No, we're not gonna get any bear meat. We're just gonna take his hide. We'll take your hide, son. So I look at myself and, my hobbies and what I do, how I feel about things. Yeah. 22, baby. 22. Doesn't matter. You are as young or as old as you want to be. And I wholeheartedly believe that. I think it has a lot to do with your hobbies. Like, I've known a lot of people who, people I used to work for, they obviously owned a business, they had money, they had zero hobbies. And, like, they just were, like, old. All they did was they went to work, and they went to dinner with their wife, and went to work, and maybe went on a vacation once in a while, but had, like, zero hobbies. I've always had hobbies all my life because I just like doing things, right? And I feel if you work like you're supposed to, like work hard. Now, remember, there is a little cottage thing, not a cottage, but there's a little thing right there, and there's, like, a broken bridge that leads out to it. And then here's the outbuildings, and this is where another one of those forges are. But I really think that hobbies, like, if you work like you're supposed to work, which is hard, you work hard, you should come home and be, like, kind of exhausted, right? Unless you work on a computer or something, but then you could be mentally exhausted. I was always kind of physically exhausted. So you felt good about it. But then you felt like, hey, it's the weekend. It's time to, do my hobbies, whatever they are. Whether it's, for me, it was a lot of different things. I've had a lot of hobbies over the years. A lot of things I wanted to try. Like, I want to try this. I remember I taught myself how to weld. And then I taught myself how to, I made bumpers and roll cages for like my old Bronco, and I did stuff on my little race car that I had. And we're talking about quality stuff that a roll cage. If you're gonna make a roll cage, you better know what the heck you're doing, bending that tubing and welding. Because if you roll over on your roll cage and it sucks, you're done. You're done. Here's the forge. Workbench, right? Hammer. Cloth. Combat boots. Look, this place has got a bedroll. Survive the outdoors.
Could end up being useful.
Toolbox. Ski jacket. Storm lantern. And look right here. Forge. And it's got coal. Probably enough coal to get it up to temp. You got yourself first aid kit. I haven't been taking that stuff. Under here you got wood and metal.
I think I can use this.
Wood, metal. Probably break those down. There's something underneath those. Up here, look, you even have an actual bed that is a 9-degree bed, which is good. Do you see the stars? Do you see it out there? Fall, mind perceives separation, the fault create lines. The boxes hold the seeds of the universe. Breathe deep and persist. Fix your goal. Concentrate on a single flower. Remember, the weakest light breaks the deepest darkness. I thought that was going to be like maybe a clue saying, look at this. Revolver. Jerry can. Nothing like having a revolver and a jerry can next to your bed. Anyway, you guys, fun talk. I know I was all over the place, but sometimes I get an idea in my head, and I just want to talk about that. But I think I started off the whole conversation about, playing a video game for a long time and maybe wearing out its welcome. And then we transitioned at some point over to how you feel and how you act, Yeah, it's something that's real interesting to me lately because I'm always striving for new things. I always want to learn more stuff. I want to learn how to do new things and try new things and have different hobbies and try and, I'm going to pick this up and put it on the inside. Try and master, different things. And that all ties in together with, whether you think it's possible you could think you're too old to do anything, and that you just got to be all super dang serious about everything, and you don't. You can be successful, you can be open-minded, and you can still have fun. You can do it all. You don't have to limit yourself. I've always tried not to limit myself. I could be real professional, and I could also be a total goofball. And I don't think it's an anomaly. I think that everyone can do that. It's just something you have to put your mind to. And you're only as old as you think you are. Doesn't matter how you look. Doesn't matter how old you actually are. You're only as old as you tell yourself. That's why I always try and pass on self-awareness. Get to know yourself. The better you know yourself, the happier you're going to be. The better you know yourself, the more successful you're going to be. The better you know yourself, the better you're going to get along with other people. The better you can judge whether this person is someone I want to call friend or it's someone I just want to stay away from. Get to know yourself. You're always around yourself, 24/7, right? You're born alone, you die alone. Get to know yourself. You're going to benefit so much from that. Oh my God, we're getting all like Siddhartha in here. I got to get out of here. See ya.